is go back to deep half anytime we want. Once I'm through my opponent's defenses, I want to stay there. If I think that staying close to Seth here, he's going to start to get inside of my defenses, I'm going to do what I need to do to make sure that he does not take back what I've taken, which is more important than anything else, the inside space. All of the jiu-jitsu positions are going to flow together. The more you train, the more the more high level you get, the more skilled you become, the more you're going to see all the inroads and all the transitions and passages between these different positions. And in order to be truly effective, you have to develop them. So I can't just be like, oh, I got a great half guard, but man, my back control is terrible. You're going to have a really hard time. So here we are again. I break that grip. I'm like, give me that. Bring my foot inside. I'm controlling. See how I can apply torque on his arm by placing my foot on his hip? I can move his whole body. If I twist him to his left or his right, my left, what is he probably going to do? He wants to come back the other way. As he does, I punch and catch. If I start pulling him and he won't let me, that's my cue to come up. I latch on, attack his neck. But now what happens when we start to up the intensity here and Seth's no longer being so cooperative? I want to drag him. But what's he going to be trying to do? He's going to be trying to break my grip. And the second that he can, he's going to pop his hand on the ground and stick his butt up in the air because he doesn't want to get caught here. So if I go one, drag, and he puts his hand on the ground, pops his butt up in the air, and now back steps maybe, he can flatten me out. This is no good. He's cut me off. So what I need to do is I need to be prepared to act quickly, and in this case, I'm going to access the deep half guard. So Steph's got my grip, I break it, control, I let him pull a little bit, kind of torque him, kind of move him. I'm like, all right, make him think about anything other than the drag, and then boom, boom. Straight into the deep half. So this time, we're here, I'm controlling, I'll push, kick, up. Now, as I start to come to his back, Steph's gonna raise up to try to get back over top of me. He can lift his hips, we come back underneath. Again, if he lifts his hips and I completely ignore him, he starts to step up, maybe back step, flatten me down. See, guys, what's going on here is if Seth stays down low, I've got the inside track to everything. I own the inside space. Seth, if you're not allowed to move your hips at all, I want you to get your right arm back inside. Go. It's pretty difficult. So, if he can raise his hips up, though, story changes. Watch this. So here we are. Seth pops up, butt up in the air. Now get your arm back inside. See all that extra space he had? That's why he's getting up there, guys. He can, if the better he is, the more likely he is to backstep real hard and crush me and do all this all at once. But skilled or not, he needs to get himself some room to maneuver, all right? So I'm taking advantage of that. So if I hit off to the academy that do a great job of blocking this, but then they have this arm out here and see what this is? Space. He's gonna step right through it. And when he does, his hips are gonna hit the floor, out of my control, and he's gonna squash me. So when I'm here, I have to block what he's going for, but I've also gotta block what he can do. So I make sure that I create a wall on the left side of my body between my left knee and my left elbow. So as Seth's cutting through, I'm not snagging his foot, I don't need to, I've got a wall. So let's rotate here for a second. Got a wall between my left knee and my left elbow. So now, as Seth starts cutting through, I'll start bumping him, and now particularly when I bump him over my head, he's gonna be worried that I'm coming up on the single leg. So he'll backstep. I'm just gonna arch my body and let him hit the ground. This is one of the coolest and best moves that I know. This is a real rough spot to be in. He's got a crossface and underhook, what do I do? Now, I'm gonna take my right foot and I'm gonna put it on the ground here. So let's rotate again. I need to create a lever that I can use to affect Seth. This twist motion is so valuable, guys. Underhook real quick, head down. This sucks. Trying to float him here is real hard. If he knows what he's doing with this crossface, I'm not lifting him. But here's what I'm gonna do. I post my right foot on the inside here, post my left foot next to it, and I twist him. Now it's not gonna move him over. Go back to your back. Watch, if he does nothing, I can actually start to roll him all the way over. Now it's unlikely to work, but I can start to lift him up. Now as I do, as his hips are gonna return back to the ground, I slide my shoulder underneath his leg. I'm gonna knee him in the butt, reach behind my leg, grip, sit up, grip his pants like this, roll my knuckles, and I'm gonna, just like before, I'm hiding my knuckles behind my knee, or behind my thigh rather. I'm kind of retarded, I'm sorry. All right, cut your knee through, Seth, hard as you can. Drive through, put your head down, do whatever you want. Pass that guard. Go nuts. He's anchored to that point in space. As long as my grip holds, he's not going anywhere.